Hello and welcome to the Queen's Garden Update for Fall 2023. The seasons are changing, and with it the vegetables and plants we can grow are changing, but we've been pretty successful so far. Here's part of our tea garden with lots of fresh purple Krishna tulsi, oregano and thyme brimming at the edges, plenty of beautiful marigolds. Not sure if these are edible, but they help keep away pests, so we've got plenty of them growing. Delicious eggplants, and we've even got a few on the vine. Ooh, look at that. And some others. The cucumber is really starting to take over, and we've got a few of those on the vine as well. A little bigger and time to pick. Experimenting with peas. We have a nice handmade trellis from locally harvested bamboo. And of course, plenty of herbs and spices. This is ram tulsi, apple mint, lemongrass, chamomile, citronella, spearmint, some mums for color, limeri, but it's in a growing stage, lavender. I don't know what this is, but I've been growing it for 2 years. Peppermint, chocolate mint, dill, watercress, another type of mint, garden sage, a type of Chinese cilantro, and a Thai basil, in addition to some regular Genovese basil, and a whole little selection of different types of tulsi. Can't forget about rosemary and fennel. Can't wait for those to come in. Here's a last bit of our Swiss chard that was growing from summer. And throughout the garden, we have all types of beans growing on the leftover sunflowers and a few bamboo poles that were locally harvested. And a few more basils to keep away bugs. Here we have some squash and beans using a 2 out of the 3 sisters method. There's the squash and all types of beans. These two plants support each other. Even without corn, they still make great companions. A few late growing tomato plants, some basil for accompaniment. Here we go, this one's getting a little bigger. I think it's got a couple on the vine there. And another cherry tomato variety. The chilies are looking great. A few different types, serranos, jalapenos, Fresno chilies. And like I said before, we have beans pretty much wherever they'll grow. So these are helping enrich the soil and also just add some height and color to the garden. Here's our biggest producer in the garden, the okra plant. These are red jing okra. This thing has produced at least 100 or more okras this season. We have a few latecomers, okra, baby okras. We'll see if they make it into the fall. Some basil, tomatoes, some kale, kind of coming up late, but I think there's still enough sun here in California that these will grow well too. I've always got to have some color in the garden, and one of my absolute favorite flowers is morning glory. Some people may consider it a weed, but these beautiful purple blooms have really been a bright spot when you're up early working in the garden. Here's another beautiful morning glory. It's actually growing up last year's Christmas tree, which we loved it so much we had to keep the trunk and use it in the garden. We also using it to trellis up some tomatoes. Here's some of the last of our season that are still growing. We lost a few of the plants to virus, but these are still pumping out plenty of greenery and plenty of blossom. So hopefully we get some more tomatoes. Here's our up and comers for the fall season. We've got several different types of cabbages ready to go. Mustard greens, another type of cabbage here, Savoy cabbage. We also have a couple artichoke plants that should do well through the winter and give us some artichokes in the spring. All of these plants came from the discount Dollar Tree 99-cent store, and they look really bad when you buy them, but if you take care, get them into new pots right away with some fertilizer, they've been some of our best producers, the things we've gotten from the throwaway store basically. Along the side of the house we have our wildflower garden, which recently most of them died in the heat wave, but we have some new flowers coming in and plenty of wild seed in here, so it produces all year long different types of wildflowers. Here is our magic maker. This is where we make our compost, which really helps the garden. You can look in here, you can spin it around. It's kind of gross, watch out. Ew, but this is like pure gold for the garden. And now on to our latest expansion. This whole area we recently dug up. It was all dead grass, and we're transforming it into a food garden. Added this little interesting path here to make things a little more beautiful. It goes right around our 3 citrus trees. So we have 2 grapefruits and a little baby orange tree, which has actually made some really juicy oranges. Well, there's our little cottage. Here's our newest landscaping. We're thinking about doing potatoes in this region. I think they'll grow all right through the fall. Probably a small squash plant here. Some wild decorative leeks. These guys are going to grow up to 10 feet tall, and some accompanying herbs around them. This area, we're thinking of doing a garlic garden with some other things mixed in here, mostly different types of garlic and a few other herbs that are great companions. Here's where we're going to put those mustard greens you saw earlier. This region, we're planning on putting some radish and some different types of turnip. In this area over here will be another kind of Mediterranean garden, herbal garden. Then here we're planning on putting the cabbages. Some different types of lettuces are planned out, and our remaining Napa cabbages. In this small little corridor here, we'll have plenty of darna or cilantro, different kind of leafy herbs that prefer the shade, and that's going to come on through here. Lots of different shady type of herbs, little leafy herbs, things like, again, parsleys, chervilles, those types of things. This zone with the nice deep soil and really loose kind of soil, we're going to be looking for carrots here. So we're going to be growing some carrots and parsnips on this side. And then over here is, once they're cleared out, this is where the asparagus plants are going to go. And finally, in this final patch of dirt here, we had a raccoon dig it up recently, but we're going to be filling this in with a combination of chard and kale. So we have those seeds growing inside. There they are, our chard and kale. They're going to be, probably give them another week or two and we'll be able to get them outside. The weather's been pretty good here for at least another month, so I don't think they'll have a problem getting established. And then we have all kinds of other little projects, arugula, different kind of lettuces, different kind of medicinal herbs, some lemon balm, some St. John's wort. Here's one of our microgreen projects. These are broccoli microgreens, very healthy, very tasty. A dill stalk, some different kinds of tulsi in here. And then down in here is cilantro microgreens. They are just getting started, so not much to look at yet. But we'll still soon have a little forest of microgreens in maybe another week or two. So that's about it. Even with this extreme heat, multiple days over 100, 110, we were able to shade the garden. We've been able to harvest a lot of rocks and bamboo out from nature to cut down on costs. And overall, the great weather here is allowing us to really have a fall garden as well. So we're very excited about that. It's something that we both love to do, growing and cooking. And I hope we have even more to share with you in a couple months when the big harvest comes. Have a great day.